Hello, friends.
Mm-hmm. And
This is Tiny, or Becky, TinyBec, Troy's wife, and we are going to be...
No, you gotta say the name of the podcast first. It's so simple.
It's not simple.
Who am I?
You're Troy.
Okay,
Troytle.
in this context.
Troytle Power.
And I am...
Presenting...
So Troytle Power presents...
The Power Play Through Podcast.
Throughs, because it's multiple.
Throughs? Okay. Podcast. With Troytle Power?
Uh-huh. See, it's easy. Troytle Power presents the Power Playthroughs podcast with Troytle Power. I'm your host, Troytle Power, and this is the podcast where we play games in a powerful way. It's easy. It's so easy. Okay, now you can tell me about what we're going to do.
Okay, we're going to play the game called Palindrome Syndrome Escape Room.
Mm-hmm.
And Troy and I have only done one escape room together. But we've played a couple different games that simulate escape rooms. And what are you looking for?
I'm looking for my phone.
Oh, and we have also done a couple mystery.
The Hunt-A-Killer mystery boxes?
Mystery boxes where you have to solve clues and stuff and codes, and it's very similar to escape room puzzles. Mm-hmm. So I felt like it kind of went into that same kind of category, except we were trying to solve a murder instead of an escape room.
You can read more about our experience playing a Hunt-A-Killer game on Geek to Geek Media, where I wrote about playing Death at the Dive Bar.
It's so fun.
It's pretty fun.
I love it.
So yeah, with that in mind, this caught my Palindrome Syndrome. This is from a company called Mic2 Games, I would call it. MC number 2. Mic2.
MC2 Games?
MC2 Games. I should have asked them. I didn't think to ask them. They make puzzle rooms. They make escape rooms. And they were kind enough to provide the review copy for this on the Switch. It just came out on the Switch. We missed the release date. We're actually playing this on the day it releases.
Okay, that's my fault.
Yeah.
Because Troy's been bugging me to play this for a couple days, but I've had a migraine. Mm-hmm. And so I have not been up for playing until now.
So we're playing this the day it came out. This episode will probably come out on Saturday. So if you're listening to this, it's out. You can go get it.
Yay.
They've had several of these, but they're usually on Steam. I think this is the first one that's come to Switch. But their tagline from the website says, each one of our games is a handcrafted effort where we blend strategy, puzzles, and narrative. The result, a little masterpiece that will persist in your memory forever.
Fun.
That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah. I want to play.
So we're looking here at Palindrome Syndrome, the title screen for it. We've got new game load, options, and credits. There's nothing to load, obviously. But
and a pretty background of space.
Yes. Go check options for me real quick. I want to see if there's any subtitles or anything we need to turn on.
I don't have a remote.
Yeah, you're driving for now at least.
Is it A?
Yeah.
This is not a PlayStation controller.
No, this is a Switch controller because we're playing it on the Switch.
So the select button is not down, it's right.
Right.
Which is wrong.
Right.
Yeah. Language, audio, and controls.
Well, subtitles could be in language or it could be in audio. You never know. Language, all right. Subtitles is turned on. Excellent.
We want it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't have the audio. Have the TV volume
Can
on.
I turn music down?
No.
Just a little?
Why?
Because usually the music overrides the other stuff. I don't know.
That should be fine. We can mess with it later.
Okay.
I don't have the TV volume very loud because I don't want the microphone to pick up the TV's volume. So.
Okay. Look sensitivity and invert look Y.
So that means right now, if you press up on the right stick, the camera.
If it's going to go down, I need to change it.
No, I forget
hate
how
when
it
it's
works.
backwards.
I think if you push the stick up, then your character is going to look up.
That's what I want.
Okay.
Because that's correct. If your head looks up, you should look up.
But if you think about the control stick as a gun, and the back end of the gun is here where your thumb is on it.
Okay.
And if you push this hand up, where does the gun point?
Down.
Yeah. Oh.
But that's not how it should work.
Or
because it's not your face with your eyeballs in the camera. Imagine your pupils are the camera lens.
Uh-huh.
Now move the toggle switch of your head. Move it.
The toggle switch of my head's back here, on the back of my head. So if I move the toggle switch up, then my head goes down. You know where the toggle switch for my eye is? It's at the back of my eye. So if I move that toggle switch up, my eye goes down. Oh, now you're thinking about it.
Up is up, down is down. And if it's not...
We'll try it out, and if it's wrong, you come back to the settings and change it.
Okay.
Okay, let's go play the game.
Okay.
Hey, it's us from the end of this episode.
Hi.
We're here at the beginning of the episode to tell you whether we think you should play this game or not, without spoilers.
It's fun.
It's fun. The controls are a little finicky. They're not the greatest, but they don't, like, ruin the experience, I don't think.
It could be that we're playing it on the TV.
You think it might be better in handheld?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, give it a try.
Curled up on the couch.
Yeah.
But the puzzle solving and the atmosphere and stuff and the story is... I'm intrigued by the story.
Yeah.
I want to know what's going on.
It's fun.
No spoilers.
It's fun. And the puzzles are fairly simple.
Yeah.
If you have an inquisitive brain.
Yeah. Like, not I mean, interesting without being, like, challenging. But we're only about halfway through so far. So
yeah. I do hope it gets a little bit tougher.
But it's an escape room. I mean, you want to be able to solve an escape room. You don't want to get stuck.
Yeah, I guess after playing Hunt a Killer,
yeah,
like I kind of just want like more.
Okay.
But yeah, it's fun. You should play it.
So our recommendation is don't listen to the rest of this podcast episode. Instead, check this game out if you're any kind of curious. If you're not curious about it, then go ahead and keep listening, and you can hear us solve some puzzles and stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. Sorry, guys. Empty.
Choose slot. Empty. You have to say choose slot first. Podcast. Remember, they're listening. We're looking at a loading screen of water on glass, maybe?
Ice.
Ice on glass?
No, water on ice.
Water on ice. Okay.
I don't know. Probably water on glass. Looks like a shower door.
It does kind of look like a shower door. How do you think they get that texture on shower doors?
The textured glass?
Yeah. How do they make the glass that texture?
How do they do?
Yeah.
They manufacture it that way.
But how?
Well, how is glass made?
You get sand really hot.
Mm-hmm.
And
they melt it.
Then it becomes glass?
Yeah, and so what's happening?
Oh, we're defrosting.
Cool.
Uh-oh. You're an amnesiac.
Uh-oh. Okay. So I'm in some sort of pod, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
And in a spaceship. But glass is heated sand, and then I'm guessing they pour it into some sort of mold.
And so the mold just has a texture.
Yeah, or I would say like some sort of like powder.
Mm-hmm.
That creates a texture on that surface of glass when it hardens.
Makes
like
sense.
a silica. Kind of like a silica sand.
It's not just sand.
Yeah, but...
Hi, dog.
I don't know. I don't make glass.
You know how when we play Hunt a Killer, I have a tendency to look at some of the props and notice puzzles or clues?
Did you do it already?
I did. Look at the screen. Do you see
Yes, I do.
What do you see?
On the left-hand side of the screen, there's a bunch of buttons on the wall, and they're blue and red and gray, and there's some numbers at the bottom. We need something to write on.
Okay.
And there's some numbers 5, 6, 4, 7, 8. Hopefully we'll figure out what that means. I have a pen here, so I just need a notebook.
Okay.
I have an envelope here, but it's for...
Alright, start playing.
Okay. I'm gonna walk out of my little pod. And look around. Oh, it was a pod. Cool. Okay, so it looks like there is an airlock on both sides of me. I'm in a tiny room. I'm guessing this is the room I have to escape. Ooh, there's another pod. I wonder if I can let my friend out. I'm guessing there's a friend in there. Okay, so, ooh. There are some levers on the wall in groups of 4. And when I hover it over it, there's like a little puzzle piece. Okay, I'm guessing that's just indicating that that's a puzzle. There's a lockbox, yellow and blue lockbox with a padlock on the side that also has the little puzzle light up, indicating, hey, that's a puzzle you have to solve. Okay, that's also a puzzle, the blue and red buttons with the numbers. That's a puzzle. There's a bunch of gears on the wall, cogs and pegs and stuff. Okay. Okay, so let's see how many numbers are over there. 7, 5, 6, 4, 7, 8. That is only 4 numbers. Okay, I'm gonna click on that. Okay.
I think you have to be pointed right at it. It looks like you're going red right when you look at it.
Yeah, I know. I was moving too far. Okay.
42 plus or minus 11 equals 3153.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, okay.
So we have to solve the last one?
Yeah. So there's 4 different sets of numbers that are plus or minus something to equal something else.
Okay. Do you know how that...
Do you want to hate me? I already solved it.
He's so good with numbers. I love math. I'm really good at math, but I have to write down math. Like, I have to write down every single step and process through all of it and use my fucking brain and a piece of paper and a pen. And Troy just does it in his head. Like, he can just look at numbers and be like, blah, 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 like a fucking computer.
Hi.
You're a robot.
I'm a robot?
Yeah.
Oliver, move. That's my spot.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you help a girl out over here?
Yeah.
Can you explain it to me?
Yeah, so the first one says 42 plus or minus 11 equals 3,153.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't figure it out. Okay. No, I did figure it out.
Wait, babe.
Okay.
Babe.
Yeah.
We're supposed to work together.
I know, that's why I said, do you want to hate me? I already solved it because my brain figured it out quickly.
I want you to explain it to me so I understand as well.
So, what I did to figure it out is...
You're only going over the first line, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
42 plus 11 equals what?
42 plus 11 is 53.
Uh-huh. And 42 minus 11...
is 31.
Uh-huh. So 42 minus 11 is 31. 42 plus 11 is 53. So the answer you get is 3153.
Oh,
right?
That's easy. Okay.
Yeah, I think that works all the way through. 35
minus 20.
No,
minus 15 is 20.
Mm-hmm.
And 35 plus 15 is 50. Okay.
So the final one is 26
minus 14
is 12.
Okay. And 26 plus 14 is 40.
Yeah. I had not figured it out when I said I figured it out. I had figured out the second part, and I was like, so you only worry about the second half of the numbers. And then I was like, oh, wait, but for the final answer, we need the first half, too.
Okay, but then we have to enter a single digit.
What do you mean?
Into the padlock.
The padlock's 4 digits.
Oh.
So the answer is 1240.
Is the 4 digits. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought there was like one from each line.
Oh, no. It does kind of look like that because there's 4 sets of equations and 4 things on the lockpick. Now, this is where you have to figure out how the controls work, which you'll need to narrate to our listeners here. So you have to aim... Oh, that was the wrong button.
Oh, it's not it.
So you have to aim a little pointer at the first lock.
Oh, there we go.
And click on it.
I clicked A. Yeah.
Okay. And it went to a 1. It went from 0 to 1.
1, 2...
Sweet. Hey, it unlocked. That is not how padlocks unlock, but that's okay. And inside is a piece of paper with a circle saying we can interact with it.
Okay. The control with the toggle switch is terrible. Oh,
New
I
in
like
inventory.
this one.
Paper
Yes.
with arrows.
Okay, so this is a paper with 4 sets of arrows and 4
across and 4 down.
4 across and 4 down, which the toggle switches on the wall are 4 across and 4 down. So,
but the bottom row
directions.
is all question marks.
Yeah. So we have up, 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 down, down. Oh, so it's down, down, down.
I think it's just all downs, right?
Yep.
That's what it looks like. You said the controls with the toggle switch. What do you mean?
Okay, here. Try to click on that puzzle piece.
That?
Yep.
Okay.
It's just like how you move it.
Well, it's first-person shooter controls. So...
Which
makes sense to me.
Which I hate.
I know. I know.
No, it's just it's very it's not it's too sensitive, like it goes too far.
Stop using this stick. Use your right stick for that. Your left stick is your feet, your right stick is your head. So when you want to look at something, use your right stick.
Okay. You can use that sound clip for something.
You're going, I interrupted it by saying for your right stick, use stick. But yeah, that's it, like I said, it makes sense to me because I've been playing first-person shooters for 24 years-ish. I think GoldenEye came out in 1997. I think you have to click into the puzzle piece first. So you have to approach a puzzle and click a puzzle piece in order to interact with it.
Yeah.
So for now, we're doing the levers. So she moved. We're just matching the arrows that were on that paper, basically, which is the top row has the farthest right down, the second row has 2 farthest right down, third row has 3 farthest right down, and then the question marks for the bottom row, but we're going to say they're all down. If I don't talk so loud.
You can talk in a normal voice, just don't yell.
Okay. That's my normal podcasting voice. That's why you yell at me when I'm podcasting.
I know.
Ooh, it opened a door with a button.
Ooh, there's a red button. I want to push the button.
It's got a cross on it.
It's like, looks like a screwdriver.
It does look like a big screw. New in inventory, red screw.
Screwdriver button.
The red and blue things on the wall.
Ooh, okay.
So you can inspect it when it says new in inventory. It like is hovering in the center of your screen, and you can spin around. Very Resident Evil style.
How do I get to my inventory?
I don't know.
Let's press plus button.
Nope. Minus button. Nope.
No.
One of the face buttons. X or Y maybe. Aha.
Okay. Cool.
And there's a diary up in the... Wait, go into your inventory. I want to see what diary is. You gotta move your pointer up there.
I don't like pointers
very much
on a game.
Feels with that. I mean, like you navigate the menu by a mouse. That feels like developed for PC first.
Okay. There's nothing in my diary.
It's empty.
Cool. So, red, blue.
Ooh.
Does it connect 4?
Well, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 columns, 4 rows each, and there's numbers at the bottom. 7, 5, 6, 4, 7, 8. And we have a ton of red and blue screws available to us.
Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 2. One, 2, 3. What if the red ones are 2 and the blue ones are 1?
Okay.
So.
And we need to get them all to add up to that?
Uh-huh.
Because the farthest left one has 3 reds and a blank.
Right, and then the 4 is 1, 2, 3, so we do another blue.
Okay.
And then the first one is 2, 4, 6, and we need a blue one, so that's all the blue ones we could use.
Okay.
Does that work?
Give it a shot. This is one where I have to see it, and like my brain can't process all that.
Okay.
It is kind of interesting that you have to click on the puzzle icon to actually start interacting with the puzzle.
Okay.
So you'd put a blue in that column. Okay.
And then I would put blue over here.
Mm-hmm.
So if this one is 2, 4, 5, 6, okay.
I think, yeah, you're right.
So that one is 5. So we have 2, 3. Shit.
What?
Well, we would need 2 more blues.
In the 5 column?
Yeah.
You have 2 more blues.
I thought there was another one that we needed 3 blues.
No. Yeah, babe, you got it.
You think so?
Yeah. And the red screw that you had in your inventory already added itself to the stock
pile
area
there.
there. Yeah, that totally works. Good job. My brain did not process that one at all. Which is funny that the one that was pure numbers, like I looked at and immediately processed it, and this one that's visual, you're like, does that work? And I was like, even with you explaining it, I have no idea if it works until you actually start moving pieces around.
Yeah, that does work. Cool. Follow the mist.
Yeah. Okay. So this one time, Troy was playing Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. There's a part where you have to go into the Lost Woods, and the Lost Woods is always some kind of puzzle to get through. And there's all this shit floating around in the air.
Pause.
She solved the puzzle.
I did solve the puzzle, but it opened a door as well. So Troy sometimes will ask me for help with puzzles when he's playing Zelda, because sometimes I see something on the wall or something that he doesn't quite catch, because I'm like super observant of things, and he sometimes will look over things. And he asked me for help with his puzzle, and before I solved it, I tried for several minutes.
Yeah.
Tried climbing the trees and tried
lighting different torches and
walking really fast, like trying to run through the forest. I tried a lot of things, and I mean, it was a good 15, 20 tries.
I am embarrassed at how long we both took to figure it out.
Yeah. We even paused, didn't we? And came back the next day?
Maybe.
I think we did.
But then she gets all hushed tones and is like, Troy, follow the dust. And I was like, what are you talking? Was it follow the mist? Like, what are you talking about? It's
guiding you.
And then she goes, it's guiding you. And it was. There's shit flying through the air, and if you just follow the shit in the air, then you get through the forest. That's all you have to do. But she got so oh my god. It was great.
Yeah. It's my favorite puzzle. Okay, so a door opened when I solved this puzzle, and there is a gear in the lockbox.
A yellow gear.
I have a yellow gear in my inventory.
With a blue TIE fighter cockpit window inside.
So we're going to go over to the gear puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's interesting. It did this with the last puzzle too. It kind of zooms in so the puzzles. It's only on half the screen. I wonder.
Can I go out? I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna stand over here.
I think it's gonna zoom into that same view no matter where you start from.
Well, we're gonna try it because.
Yup.
Fuck balls. Okay. Cool.
Okay, so the yellow gears there's big yellow gears that have a blue socket that they can connect to, and they can connect to the blue pegs.
Oh,
then there's a blue gear with a red socket.
And they can connect to the red ones.
The big red one. There's only one. And then there's 2 small yellow gears.
So we have to make this thing move?
Presumably. I would say let's grab that blue one and put it on the red peg, because I think that's the only place it can go.
I don't like these controls. That's okay. I'm doing it.
You may want to adjust the sensitivity up or down. It might feel better if you do that in the pause menu.
Up or down?
I would try up.
Okay.
I think that's what you're looking for.
Okay. We'll try that.
But that's one of those things that's a matter of personal preference. So,
okay.
So there's 5 pegs and 4 yellow gears, and 3 small pigs and
I'm
2
like,
small yellow gears.
what's the problem? Oh, there are 2 small ones. Can those move?
I think those go on the small red pigs.
Oh,
But
okay.
see, there's only 2 small yellow gears, and there's 3 red pigs. So we have to figure out where to put them to... I assume we're connecting the yellow gear at the top with the blue gear at the bottom?
Mm-hmm. I just put it there.
Okay, that's fine. We can move it.
There.
That's fine. I would go from the one at the bottom.
Up?
What? Yeah, and work our way up.
Yeah.
Because that one's going to have to be that.
Because it has to touch that.
Right. So then we'll grab another yellow gear and put it next to that one. Friends, this is a nice time for me to remind you that there is a video version of this podcast if you go to my YouTube page, because this is probably not a very easy one to follow along with. I mean, you can listen to the podcast and hear all of our fun banter about puzzles and stuff, but you're not really going to understand what's happening with solving the puzzles just by listening, I don't think, on this particular episode.
I got it. I think. Okay, so I'm going to put this one here so it touches the blue one. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to put this one here so it touches the yellow one. Why?
That didn't do it.
I know, it's just tiny and the controls are very finicky. I don't like it. I have to wait for the little hand to pop up.
So basically the issue there is you have to get it right over where you want it to drop. Creepy voice.
Creepy. But I did it.
You did, and the door opened. Shall we venture forward?
Yeah.
Okay, we're now in a hallway.
It's your turn now.
That looks very much like the hallway of a Starfleet ship.
Yeah.
Except, well, like
spacey ship.
It's kind of halfway between a Starfleet ship and like a Millennium Falcon. Very nicely lit though. Look at that, like flare reflections.
I like that.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Wow, you walk slow in this game. Okay, so we're at a 4-way intersection. To the right is a door that says Infirmary Room, and it is closed. Directly ahead is a door that says Break Room and Quarters, also closed. For those of you who have been listening to my podcast for a while, I'm having flashbacks right now to Alien Isolation, and I just got freaked out, even though I'm pretty sure we're not going to get attacked by an alien in this game. The door that's open to the left says Biolaboratory, Caution. Put your phone away.
Sorry.
No phones while podcasting. That's as bad as phones while Dungeons and Dragons.
I was checking to make sure that I hadn't received a phone call yet.
Okay,
and
that's fair.
then I turned my ringer off, and then I got on Facebook.
Yeah, that's the Facebook.
All in like 3 seconds.
So there's some medical cabinets here that are closed. There's some windows that have orange and white inside of them.
Those look like they, like in my chemistry lab. That's cool.
Like what in your chemistry lab at school?
Like they had like these little things that you could put your chemicals in, and it was like a air to like it like cycled the air out and filtered it out of the room, so that way like if you had toxic chemicals that you were working with, you could work with them in these little like cabinet things. I don't know, that just reminded me of it. Kidney sample?
So there's a window that has kidney sample painted on it, and it looks like blood. And then there's a circle, and it happens to line up with the word exit painted through on the other side, the way that I walked in, but I don't know if that's...
I'm guessing that's guiding us to the exit.
Or it's pointing at those things. Yeah, kidney sample. So there's a bunch of tubes through there that I think is what it's pointing to. The frame rate got a little choppy there for just a second. That's not quite as smooth of a frame rate as I would want it to be.
Oh, do you want your tea?
Sure. Okay. There's a operating table that has some blood on it, and then there's some white, like partial letters painted on the wall. Is there something? Directly opposite these white things painted on the wall. Or on the window, there's some things painted on a wall
so they're
that match.
Same shapes.
Yeah.
There's some missing though.
There's 4 painted on the window, and there are 6 symbols on the wall. So I'm gonna go and grab the one that looks like a C. Okay, I can't grab
that one's there.
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
there's numbers painted on the floor too that say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I was in there looking through, I would see that one as number 1, right?
In the top left-hand corner.
Okay. So we've got TCH3 is what I'm going to call those.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go over here. And
oh, the T is sideways.
No, it's not. It's backwards.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm supposed to be looking through the other side. TCH. Okay. TC. I clicked on it twice. H3.
Woohoo!
It popped open the thing that said exit on it, which is still behind glass, but we can see through that glass that it's a couple of chemical compounds, it looks like.
It is a chemistry lab.
It's the same chemical compounds, it looks like. It's hard to tell from this distance.
It's very hard to tell what it is, but yeah.
So maybe
they are all the same.
Yeah, maybe we'll see something more when we get closer to those. I'm not sure if I was supposed to solve that, because it does look like you're supposed to be on the other side of the glass looking through.
Yeah, I think so.
Here's the thing that says kidney sample.
So you put your kidney samples in there. Has numbers 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, trying to point at things is a little bit finicky.
Wait, there's a phone.
Okay. Just looking.
You don't have a kidney sample.
I don't have a kidney sample. New in diary. Diary 2258-1120. I have finally managed to isolate a tissue sample from a kidney infected with the disease. I am convinced that being able to sort tissues by their speed of reaction to disease is the key to solve the problem.
What is the disease?
I don't know.
Is it COVID? It's the beginning of COVID?
Better not be. Well, it's 2258. I hope we're still not dealing with COVID. Or at least specifically COVID-19, because as we all know, coronaviruses are actually incredibly common.
Yeah.
And so we will still be dealing with coronavirus.
Just not this particular one, hopefully.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So up on the wall, there's the thing that says tissue sample reactions.
Ooh.
Heart, kidneys, lungs, brain, and stomach.
They're color coordinated, and there are liquids and arrow.
Minus, arrow, positive, so least to most. So I'm supposed to sort the the tissue sample reactions from least to most.
Yeah.
But I don't know which is least to most. Oh.
The colors. Oh. You think so?
Yeah, that's.
Wait, go grab the phone on that table next to it.
Hang on, I'm gonna push the button. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. There's a code for the tissue sample thing. I think what I have to do is... Well, no, that specifically says kidney sample. I was going to say I have to test them and put them in order.
Check the phone.
There's a phone here. Diary 2258-1121. I've been analyzing tissue samples from the research subject. I have discovered 2 things.
Oliver.
Each tissue reacts by changing to a different color, and each of them has a reaction time. These are the reaction times.
Okay. Hold on.
So you just want to write kind of in the middle of the page, I think, and you can write above and below.
Okay, so the kidneys, the lungs.
The lungs are faster than the heart.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm writing down all of them first.
Okay.
Okay. Kidney, lung, stomach, brain. What's the last one? Is there only 4? Heart? Okay. Cool. Now, the kidneys react faster than the lungs, okay? The lungs react faster than the heart. The stomach reacts slower than the brain. The lungs react slower than the stomach. Okay. The kidneys react slower than the stomach. Okay.
Can I have a paper?
Hold on.
Okay.
The lungs react slower than the stomach. So the stomach is the slowest?
No. Lungs and kidneys both are slower than stomach.
The stomach reacts slower than the brain. The lungs react slower than... Oh, okay.
Let me show you how.
Oh, hold on. Can you explain?
Yeah. Write kidneys in the middle of the paper. And then put lungs above or below or to the right or however you want to say faster.
Oh.
And like,
okay.
piece it out that way.
Okay. But does that work? Okay. So we're gonna say kidney.
Okay. And the kidney reacts faster than the lungs.
So the lungs.
Where do you want slow to be? Is slow at the top of the paper or the bottom of the paper?
Bottom.
Okay. So lungs are down there somewhere.
Okay.
The lungs react faster than the heart. So the heart is below the lungs.
Okay.
The stomach reacts slower than the brain. Don't even write those down right now because we don't have any point of reference. The lungs react slower than the stomach, and the kidney also reacts slower than the stomach. So the stomach is above kidney.
The kidneys react slower. Okay. So stomach, and the lungs react slower than the stomach, which we already knew the lungs were here. Okay, what was the...
The stomach reacts slower than the brain. So brain goes up at the top.
Okay, so we have brain, stomach, kidney, lungs, heart. Okay. Good job.
I was like, there's no way I can solve that in my head. It had to be on paper. Okay.
So first is green.
Something is missing. Okay, so I need to go find the other two samples first. Cool. Okay, but we've got that solved when we get there. Oh, hey, look. A sample. Yellow test tube. And that goes over here.
The lungs.
Yeah, there's something... Oh, I can't put the yellow one in there. Okay. There's something that feels a little bit... a little off with the camera control. I'm going to put the sensitivity all the way up and see how that feels.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a gamer.
Dr. Joan Reynolds. John Reynolds has an ID badge on the counter and it's circled.
Access level 4.
Okay. ID Reynolds. Is there a computer we can type an ID into? No.
There's a water bottle. What's that?
These are some dials.
Okay, we have nothing
that could be left or right. We got nothing.
We have nothing for that yet.
Like handprints on the walls.
Okay.
Looking around for some clues. What?
The
cart?
Here, yeah. Is there anything there?
I don't think I can interact with any of this.
Okay.
Kidney sample. Oh. 2311. The kidney sample. That's
2311.
That's the code to get into the kidney sample. Every time I look through this glass, I think you know what it is.
What?
There's reflections in this glass.
Oh, there is.
And it is making the Switch chug. Do you see that? How bad the frame rate gets there? Oh, okay. That's not good. Well, that's the kind of things that we're here to discuss with the people.
I know, but you don't have to keep doing it for my brain.
I had to keep doing it so I could figure out how to describe it. Okay. Go down here and type in 2311. Give me that kidney sample.
Oh, that's a test tube.
Yeah, that's why I was excited about it earlier.
That's a kidney test tube.
Okay, so now we can go over to our little test tube rack. And there we go. Okay.
Okay, so brain?
Brain is first.
Is green. And then blue.
And
stomach.
Blue. Or stomach. Oh no, the child is crying. Oops. There you go.
Red for kidneys.
Red for kidneys.
Yellow for lungs.
Hang on, I'm still on red for kidneys. There we go. Yellow for lungs.
And purple for heart.
And purple for heart.
Oh wait, we did it backwards. It's slowest. Sorry.
thinking, man, I'm surprised there was just nothing happened when I did that. Oh, hey, look. It made a happy sound.
Yay! Ooh.
And it lifted up the operating table. Now, this is where the logic of the escape room starts to bother me.
Why?
Because by what mechanism did me putting those in order on this rack cause that biobed to lift up?
I don't know.
Like, putting in access codes and stuff,
There's
that all makes sense.
There's a robot that saw you.
There's a robot?
And it clicked a button.
Wow. Thanks, helpful robot.
Yeah.
On the bottom of the biobed.
Ooh. There's letters.
Uh-huh. Which say Reynolds.
Oh.
That's spelled out weird.
Where do you have to enter that? ID Reynolds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to write it down? It's in the diary,
No.
but...
No.
Okay.
That's fine.
So there's this door that I have to put a code in to go through, but
colors?
it's just colors. It's 4 colors in a row.
Okay. Ooh, there they are.
There's the 4 colors in a row. Blue, green, orange, red. Blue, green, orange, red. How did I miss that? That was right by the door when I came in.
Yeah. I didn't see it either.
Blue.
Green.
Green.
Orange, red.
Orange, red. And that opened up an airlock into this creepy room where we have to put in an ID.
And we don't have an ID number.
We do. It's the Reynolds. Except for, okay, I can't get to my diary when I'm actually solving a puzzle.
Right.
So I need you to write down
the
Reynolds thing. Because, see, that's the passcode.
Oh.
So the passcode is 4, 8, 1, 6. How do you spell Reynolds?
REYN.
Okay, the password is 4, 8, 5, 1, 7, 6, 3, 2.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
4, 8, 5, 1, 7, 6, 3, 2.
Where, Dr. Reynolds?
Creepy. Okay. Phase 2. In blood on the wall.
Some partially open
Yeah,
things.
we still have a puzzle in the other room that we haven't solved. But
Do we?
yeah, the little toggle switches.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, these are different. C4.
Oh, these are the chemical components. Oh, we have to click them in a particular order, it looks like.
Okay.
Okay. P4, C10, C4, O2, O3.
Do you want me to write those down, babe?
I don't know.
I'm gonna.
Okay. It's interesting. They're all the same chemical drawing, but they have different numbers in them.
Which is technically incorrect.
Yeah. What do you think of the music?
It's okay. I do not find it obnoxious or like overbearing like most music in games. I actually forgot it was there, so that's good.
It's good ambiance, I think.
Yeah, I like it.
So I bet if I look through this, man, looking through the glass, the Switch does not like whatever they've done to look through glass.
So what are the numbers on the floor for?
They were telling me what order to push these in. So see, if I go up there, but I figured it out. Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, oh, I see what this is doing.
What's
Is this thing interactable? This big tank thing on the wall?
I don't think so. What is
These vials are bubbling.
creepy?
And these things aren't interactable either, it doesn't look like.
Huh.
Okay. So
Okay, let's go in the other room.
we still have these buttons on the wall.
Yeah, look on this wall.
We
Is
have
there
these
anything
color
there?
things. Oh, yeah. Hey, they're the buttons on the wall.
Oh!
Right, left, left, right, 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 left. Oh, fuck. You have to click on the puzzle piece to go into the puzzle.
Yeah. So
Okay.
right,
right, left, left, right, right.
Okay.
And that opens one of them up. And inside, it's got another diary entry. From the 22nd of November, I have discovered a curious behavior of the disease. In a first phase, it can be observed that the affected cells have a large increase of P4C10, which causes a chain reaction of C4O2, then O3P4, and finally N4O2.
Okay.
What's interesting is that once these reactions have occurred, the same reactions occur again in the reverse order in a second phase, which is why I've decided to call the disease Palindrome Syndrome.
Cool.
And that's the name of the game.
It is. Okay.
So the order is N4O2. You wrote them all down, right?
Huh? Yeah.
So,
but it says in the first phase. Oh, second phase.
Second phase is what it says.
Okay.
So N4O2 is first. Then O3P4, C4O2, and then P4C10.
Okay.
Go back over here.
It's literally just backwards.
What do you mean?
1, 2, 3, 4. So
right.
if you would have tried it the other way instead.
Shh.
It's okay.
Hey, it opened one of the other rooms. The break room, I believe. Cool. How you feeling? You want to keep going? It's 9:30.
Holy shit, it's 9:30.
It's 9:30. And we've solved 2 rooms.
Okay.
And the game has a 4-way hub in it, so I would assume we're halfway done.
Okay.
So it feels like a good stopping point.
It is a great stopping point.
Here's what I'm going to do. Let's go back into that room so we have some background music, because there's no room out here.
Okay.
Or no music out here. There we go. I'm going to... I want to do a wrap-up section here.
Okay.
But we're going to cut it, and I'm going to put it at the beginning.
Okay.
Because I don't want people to listen to the game, because we'll spoil everything. Right. Yeah. So, hey, it's us from the end of this episode.
Hi.
We're here at the beginning of the episode to tell you whether we think you should play this game or not, without spoilers.
It's fun.
It's fun. The controls are a little finicky. They're not the greatest, but they don't, ruin the experience, I don't think.
It could be that we're playing it on the TV.
You think it might be better in handheld?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So give it a try.
Curled up on the couch.
Yeah.
But the puzzle solving and the atmosphere and stuff and the story is... I'm intrigued by the story.
Yeah.
I want to know what's going on.
It's fun.
No spoilers.
It's fun. And the puzzles are fairly simple.
Yeah.
If you have an inquisitive brain.
Yeah. Not I mean, interesting without being, challenging. But we're only about halfway through so far. So
yeah. I do hope it gets a little bit tougher.
But it's an escape room. I mean, you want to be able to solve an escape room. You don't want to get stuck.
Yeah, I guess after playing Hunt a Killer,
yeah,
I kind of just want more.
Okay.
But yeah, it's fun. You should play it.
So our recommendation is don't listen to the rest of this podcast episode. Instead,
play it.
Instead, check this game out if you're any kind of curious. If you're not curious about it, then go ahead and keep listening, and you can hear us solve some puzzles and stuff.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, now we're back at the end of the episode.
Okay.
I'll probably leave all that in at the end of the episode too, though. It'll be very. It's like a palindrome syndrome. Until next time, friends. Tap A and hope for the best. I didn't think about that in advance. It just came to me. You know? If you enjoyed my show, it would mean a lot if you would rate and review it on iTunes, share it on social media, or check out my Patreon. You can find all of my stuff at troytlepower.carrd.co.
This has been a presentation
of the We Can Make This Work
Probably Network.
Follow us on Twitter
@ProbablyWork for more of our questionable content.
Also, we have a website called probablywork.com.